ladies and gentlemen. My name is Peter, and I would like to welcome you again to the Sunny View podcast. Today with me in the studio are...
Ishan.
And Noah.
And today's topic is kind of a throwback. Today we're going to be talking about COVID-19 and, the pandemic and how, what sort of impact it had on our lives, on everything. So, first question I'm going to ask you is... do you remember like the day that, I don't know if you're in Sunnyview or not, but like, do you remember the day like they said, don't come to school tomorrow?
I was happy. I was yes.
I remember it very
I remember it.
Yeah. And did they say 2 weeks or?
They said 2 weeks. They said it was
just 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then it just ended up being a couple of months.
Yeah, no, for me, I don't really remember it, but I do remember being happy that day.
Yeah, I feel like everyone was happy.
I think I remember it quite vividly.
Yeah.
I was over at a friend's house and we were playing Minecraft on his PlayStation, and his mom comes over into the room and says, "Hey, you don't need to go to school tomorrow, by the way. The COVID thing's happening. There's only 2 weeks off of school." And we were just really happy, 2 weeks off school. Great, another Easter holiday.
Yeah.
And then we had to stay home for the rest of the year.
I was getting up. I was in the morning, going to the kitchen. I was like, "Oh, by the way, you don't need to go to school today." Hallelujah. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And because at the beginning, I don't think we all knew that there was going to be online class. We just thought, it's not going to be to school. For my school back in Poland, online classes kind of started about a month in. So I had a month-long vacation. Do you remember the confusion at the beginning with all the online classes and people not knowing?
I didn't understand what was going on. At first, I was just, most children's oblivious to what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
I just thought 2 weeks off. That's great for me. That's good for me.
Yeah, I remember the confusion on having to understand. First, actually, we used Skype with our school.
Yeah. My school used both Skype and Teams and Google Meet all at the same time. Yeah.
And then we pivoted to Zoom, and it got really confusing with people not understanding how it worked. And your camera's not on. And you're muted.
Did they require you to have cameras on?
They told us
they told us to have cameras on.
No, in my school, no.
Yeah, it was
lucky.
People would get laughed at if they had a camera on. But definitely, I remember one story. I don't remember when it was, because the thing is, I don't know if you have the same thing, but my perception of time kind of just disappeared some part through it, and I kind of have an issue with remembering, I think it started at this year, but I have a blank till 2022, and I was I don't remember, but I remember there was an exam, and it was to translate this to English, it's global citizenship, but it's not a globalist poor citizenship, so I don't know, there's people living in this area of Poland, and she wanted to give us an exam, but she thought we were going to cheat, so it was on Zoom. She would read out a question, and we had 10 seconds to write a response in chat, and everybody had to send it at the same time. And she wouldn't repeat the question. No, I don't think anybody passed that. It was horrible.
Yeah, we didn't have a single exam.
You had a single exam? Yeah.
We had an exam. We had a lot of exams. We had normal exams. I cannot confirm or deny that I assisted myself greatly in writing those exams alongside everybody else who was all sitting on the same Discord call and just doing this exam together. But the last year of primary school, which was the last year of full lockdown, which I was in school at, I got the best grades I ever, 100% pretty much everything. I got I don't think it's the UK, it's also a UK thing, but in Poland, when you get reach a certain academic level at the end of the year, you get your resume of all your grades that you passed the year with a Polish flag going down. It's called resume with a flag, literally.
Yeah.
And I got it. That was the only year I got it. Yeah, it was good.
With some assistance.
No. No, I mean, the thing is that also the level kind of fell off because the teachers didn't really understand. So it's watch this movie for a bit. Literally, my PE class she would send us a YouTube video and we had to tell her what we felt about it. And that was in grade.
Really?
It's literally, watch this meditation techniques exercise and tell me how you felt about it. It's everybody passed, of course.
We had. I remember for me, we had to do these those dance warm-up exercise
Oh,
things.
Yeah, I remember.
And we had to do some of those. And when he didn't care. It's just like and also he sent a project like, send a video presentation of you doing something you're good at.
Oh yeah, no, the humiliation ritual. I don't think again it's like East Western European. It's more Eastern European. There is music that is you have to take it in primary school. You learn to play the flute. I don't know how to learn. I never learned how to play the flute. I threw it out the second I had the opportunity to.
Same.
And we had to record us playing it. So like smart minds come forward, and a lot of people were actually trying to. And some people literally like got a recording of it of someone actually playing the flute and just sent it to her. It's like, oh yeah, this is definitely
solutions.
Yeah. And do you like have any like particularly, because I mentioned some of my stories, but like do you have like any particularly funny stories from the classes?
You know, on Zoom you could the person who the admin can show the screen, the cameras of everyone like.
Yeah.
So he did that.
You can turn everybody's camera
on. Yeah.
Jesus.
Can you not do that? I swear you could.
I think at some point they could.
Yeah. Some point you could.
Oh god. Oh.
So he did that, and there were some people who were not there.
I wouldn't be there.
This is not there.
I mean, I would have my camera facing upwards. Like.
There were like handful of people in the class. Yeah. And it's so funny.
I mean, like, let's be honest, at least we got some sleep.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
I remember this,
the best sleep ever.
because back in the day when I was in Poland, now I have 2 rooms. I just have a sleeping room, which is literally just a bed, and my day room, which is like everything else. Yeah. I used to have a big room. It was like the size of this recording room, if you gotta visualize. I would have my bed at one side of the room, my desk somewhere here, and I would just like get up, go to my PC, turn it on, join the class, say hello, here, present, whatever, and just go back to sleep for like the next 2 hours. Because it wasn't even that. I also learned something back then that I think a lot of people also learned. Like a lot of the times you can learn if you have a bad teacher. Like you can learn better yourself. Like especially with like the older teachers, because in Poland, like again, it's sort of a cultural difference thing, I think. But in Poland, 90% of teachers are like 60, 70 years old and are just there to live until retirement and then just like do something else. Yeah, they're just there because they can't get employed anywhere else because they don't have the credentials. So they would not understand, and they would try to connect 5 times and just leave and just say, okay, class canceled.
Just give up.
Yeah. And like, because it was also a cultural thing, I think. Like a lot of stuff wouldn't be possible that like was called trendy back then without us being stuck at home, especially like with Among Us, you know. A lot of the games, like there's a name for it now. It's like friend slop, but like a lot of those sort of games, as well as like I also say like games like Death Stranding, I think they benefit from like just things that make you believe that you're outside and you're doing something, but you know you're still inside, you know.
Yeah, no. Actually, funny enough, I was playing Among Us earlier, like yesterday.
I remember playing Among Us like I think 5 times, but a lot of people played I think video games as well.
It's very popular.
Not like Among Us, or like I mean like during class, a lot of people played it.
Yeah.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I did it as well.
I will not say if this happened or not. I am not saying anything, but hypothetically, possibly, maybe, in my old Spanish school, because I went to Spanish school after COVID, we would still be playing Among Us, and we'd be playing it in class, and the teacher was there, and we just had like a free reading lesson. So like it built up popularity during COVID, but it kept on going for like a couple of years.
I think until 2022, then it started.
I think Among Us was popular for the time it was quote unquote niche. And then like when they saw it's popular, they started adding stuff, and I think that's when the popularity really reflected. But yeah, I remember, can also neither confirm nor deny this, but some individuals were playing CSGO during multiple classes of, actually I don't remember, I think geography it was, and they had this thing going on when they would just like scream random things like, a bomb is on A, AVP on mid, and add random people's names at the end, and that was definitely something.
I used to play computer games. I just had to have my phone on in the corner and just play video games.
Yeah,
I did not care.
Yeah, I couldn't do that because I had my computer
Really?
in the same room as my parents had their office.
Oh.
So I was forced to pay attention to class. What a shame. But-
Imagine paying attention to class. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, that is something.
Could not be me. During COVID. During COVID.
Specifically during COVID.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
I hope my friends will see this podcast.
I guess for us, quote unquote, because like you're also kind of in primary school at the time, like summer, middle school, primary school, like those lessons weren't that important. Like let's be honest,
they weren't
like,
that important. Fair enough.
For us at least.
like okay, for me slightly, because I did have like a big, the only big exam I wrote in Poland, which is like the end of middle school, which kind of decides which high school you're gonna go to.
Yeah.
I got 100% of from English, like that's right, 100%. Got 60% of Polish, and like I think 70 of maths. I got lower on my normal language back in the day. Yeah, achievement. I know. Yeah, but
they weren't really important as well. Like looking back at it now, we learned what about viruses in science
We
and
learned
like
about
electrical
plants.
circles.
And like
I cannot recall a single thing.
yeah, I actually was cleaning my phone storage the other day, and I saw an old photo which I had sent to my friend of my homework, because he had somehow missed the online class somehow.
Missed.
Yeah, I don't know how. So I was sending him like the sheet of paper that we were supposed to fill in, like a photo of my laptop, which because I did not have to do screenshots back then, because I was in year 6.
Yes.
So it was just like, name the countries of Europe, and it was only like you only
Also,
had
like
to name 5.
year 12, 13 geography homework. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I do remember Archie having a homework of literally cut out the shapes of the countries. Yeah, but like again, we kind of think of that. We mentioned so many positive things about COVID, but like, do you think, or rather, do you feel like that isolation, and especially for me more, for you maybe less, but at the time where like humans usually develop like the social skills and like the social attachment area, but like social cue awareness and a interest in being social, like do you think it affected you that much?
I'd say it affected us 100%,
Yeah.
because we had to learn on later in our adolescent life.
yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get to like socialize
And then
with
also
anyone.
afterwards we had to go to school with masks on, and so we kind of forgot what faces looked
Yeah,
like.
forgot
in a way. For me at least.
I remember in year 8, after seeing people without their masks, like,
Yeah, I
who
know.
are you?
Like, I mean, like maybe it was in your schools a bit stricter, but like in my school, no, nobody.
Yeah, no, it was quite strict in my school.
Yeah, there was good.
Like they only cared like when you were obviously trying to do it on purpose. Like, oh, but if you walked from class to like somewhere else and without a mask, no, they didn't want to care.
Yeah, no, they were quite strict.
I
with
used to
us.
have the face mask like on the upper part of the lip, like here, and then a teacher would like storm towards me, like, "Excuse me, your masks."
Yeah. Do you? By the way, masks. Do you still find them in your clothing or like in your bags and stuff? Because I used to like, maybe not now, because like now I kind of looked for everything, but like I used to like a year or 2 years after like masks stopped being necessary. It's like, oh, I've got a mask here. That's cool.
Yeah, I was looking through my dad's glove box. I was pulled it in. I found a pack of face masks.
Yeah.
There's a couple of 5 of them. I was like, oh my god, remember when you need to use these?
I think I still have like a pack of like 3 left in my like closet somewhere, but like hidden in the back behind all my old clothes.
Yeah, I mean, but also I think it would have affected us a bit more if we didn't have like, if it was like, oh, in the 90s or in the 80s, like if we didn't have like the ability to communicate with people like through our phones and through communicators.
Yeah.
Also. Because, I think like with things like Discord, okay, you don't know TeamSpeak, you're too young for TeamSpeak.
Yeah,
Wait, do you actually not know TeamSpeak?
I do not.
Oh god, I'm old.
What is it?
TeamSpeak. It's
What is
like
that?
the older Discord. Like, think Discord, but like MySpace.
No, never heard of it.
No.
Yeah, I still use it just for certain reasons. It's only in some things TeamSpeak is only compatible with other things, external programs, because they were made 13 years ago. So, yeah, but like if we didn't have those, I think definitely it would have affected us way more than it did. Also, like, do you think that sort of being stuck at home with your family, like depends on how many people live at your house, of course, but with your family, do you think like that was more beneficial, quote unquote, for your relationship, or do you think it was like it created some tensions maybe with some family members or something like that.
I mean, for me, it didn't really make a difference that much.
Same.
I mean, also depends how much you interact with them, honestly.
Yeah, because I stay home a lot anyway, and especially around that time, because I spend most of my time either in school, hanging out with friends, or playing games with my friends, so it didn't really affect the relationship that much. I do think it improved, but not by much. It stayed relatively the same, which was already at a good start, so it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's very much dependent on the person. It's like, for me, I wouldn't particularly leave my room, because, like, I had a huge room. I had everything I would need. The only thing I would just, like, go get something to drink or eat from the kitchen was on the other side of the apartment, so it was quite annoying. It was, like, 20-meter walk down the corridor. Yeah, it was big. And I think that were the only times where I interacted with my parents as much, because I would just like go back and then I would do my own stuff after class or during class or before class.
Yeah.
And like if we move a bit forward from COVID, you know, we move past the full lockdown phase. Like, do you still like get maybe you go into a store or to I don't think train station, but like you go to public place and like you see the arrows and like the separate.
Yeah.
Do you still get, you know, I don't say a feeling, but like, oh, well, that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I still have this random like feeling, because when I walked into school when we had to wear masks, I would be so used to wearing my mask so that whenever I walked into school, my face just became more sensitive to make sure I had a mask. So now whenever I walk into school, every once in a while, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have anything on my face. Oh wait, COVID was like what? Like 5 years ago?
Oh no, it wasn't 5 years ago, 7 years ago.
7?
In 2019 it started.
Yeah, but the main thing was 2020.
The masks were removed in 2021 at my school.
Yeah, but like the lockdown started.
Yeah.
That 2019, I think it was October or November 2019.
It was November when they first found the first case.
It was
November, because my school shut down.
Yeah, 2020 April. That's when I remember.
Yeah, 2020 April. Yeah, exactly. That's when school shut down. Vacation was also fun. Vacation was really fun. Mostly because in Poland you don't really have ACs and it gets quite hot. And I mean, I did have 2 fans pointing at me pretty much 24 hours a day, but it was still hot because you also couldn't travel. It was, I don't know if it was the same in Spain or like overall in the world, because in Poland, like people under 18 were like outright banned from leaving houses.
Yeah.
Like for no reason, and they had like police pickups with like speakers going down the streets, like stay at home or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that like we were only allowed to leave like a specific radius around our house. And so like my dad, he'd want to go to the shop, and only one person, like this was like a little bit later. So he'd get in the car and drive to the closest supermarket, which was relatively close by, so it was good. But it was really awkward, just like having to like, my mom having to like help him grab all the stuff. He'd have to make multiple trips because like there's not enough, like 2 people. It's better to shop with 2 people. Only one person can leave the house, and obviously like you couldn't take the big car, you could take the small car only.
Yeah, I mean, like me and my parents, like we just ordered stuff, and like to this day we rarely go shopping like to a store. We just like order from Glovo or whatever. Oh god, what was there was a different app in Poland. The thing was that Glovo, when they weren't really popular at the time, so it was just like a Carrefour subsidiary app which just delivered Carrefour products.
The only time I left my house during COVID was just to go to Mercadona. I think that was the only time I stepped out of.
I don't remember. I mean, like. There was one time, but I don't remember. I just remember that I left at some point for like, I think maybe like a doctor's appointment or something like that. But I don't remember when or what happened at the time. Yeah, but like coming back, like, did you maybe like we went forward in time, backwards in time a bit? But do you think you maybe found maybe not new interests, but like new things to do? Because like. We all pretty much got bored at that one point because like you were sitting in your house for the last like 6 months. You did everything you could do. So like, did you find something new? Did you like maybe pick up a new hobby, a new skill? Start woodworking on the furniture? I don't know.
6-year-old, wait, no, 6, like 11-year-old,
like 11-year-olds.
11-year-old. Sorry, why did I say 6? 11-year-old is woodworking.
No, I picked up music. Actually, that's when I started trying my best to actually be good at music, and hey, I'm in a band now, so it helped.
Yeah, I couldn't do music. It was too loud for people.
It's because my dad had this guitar and he knew how to play guitar, so he taught me how to play basic chords, and then like a month later I immediately forgot, but at least I knew what a chord was.
Yeah.
And so then after, when I went to actual music classes, when I started doing piano and taking singing seriously, and then later on when I started playing guitar and bass again, I already knew the stuff. So I feel like I developed a good like foundation and base for music during COVID, and also just an interest for playing games.
Yep.
As well, video games.
I started drawing during COVID.
I'm not gonna ask you if you're good at it. Though.
No,
That's kind of mean thing to have.
No. But I don't know. But for 11-year-old me, they were like works of art.
Yeah.
maybe not too.
That is true. And if we like also go back to the classes again, like, do you feel maybe that's a bad idea, but like a lot of people I think had an increased I wouldn't say increased performance, but like the idea of not being in front of a class of people, not being like in a physical class. Yeah. You know, do you think like that had also an effect on your performance, like when you were actually trying to study?
Yeah, I think it had an effect. I mean, I realized how I just preferred studying on my own than in a room full of 20 people my age who are also trying to study the exact same thing and also don't understand it. So I felt like I could just take my time and like go at my own pace, which is a nice breath of fresh air from primary school.
That's true, but for me, I found like there wasn't as much like, let's say, discipline to do things. Like there wasn't a teacher gonna breathe down your neck the next day.
Yeah.
So I really took it easy.
I mean, like it was like a popular argument, like self-discipline was necessary. But I also find that, you know, a bit less of that self-discipline was also not bad particularly. Like I won't say like zero self-discipline, but like even if you weren't like, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. today, I'm gonna take an ice cold bath at the beginning of the morning, then work for 12 hours, and then I don't know, take a 5-minute break. Mm-hmm. But if you're just like, oh well, I know that I have to do this project, and I know it's due till Friday, and it's like, I don't know, Monday, but I can like work for it for like 10 minutes every day, or like something really more realistic, but like I can do it small segments of time because now I have more of my day. Yeah. I can probably finish it compared to like in school. Okay, well, I have classes for 8 hours, so I can't really work on that project. Yeah. After class, I'm tired, so I can't really. It ends up, I have to do it on Thursday night, and had it like Thursday night, 30 minutes past midnight.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it helped a lot of people to figure out how to study on your own.
Yeah, that definitely I think benefited, especially for like people who weren't going into university that year but were like soon to go, because I think like for the people who were going in, that was quite a I wouldn't say stressful time, but like quite a time of time. You know, oh, am I gonna even be able to go to university? I'm just like gonna say, okay, this year nobody goes to university, so go work in a ditch somewhere, I don't know, sweep the streets or something. I don't know. But like for me, like I was going into high school, like there were talks of canceling the like end of year 8 exams, because it's the end of year 8 in Poland, and just like giving you a grade based on like your overall performance. And I think that's what SunnyView did.
I think that's what they did.
Yeah, like at some point, like I think like they just like gave grades from the exams based on past performance, which I think is a way better system.
I think I don't know. One of the teachers told me that for the GCSEs and the A-level, they just took the results of your mock as the final grade.
Because I think it was either mock or like they gave just based on paper performance. Because like I think personally that's a better idea than the exams.
Or just like purely vibes.
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 Yeah. But I think like that the whole of COVID, I think, changed the perspective for a lot of people on education, because both with the fact that we realized that hey, we don't really need to be here. Like I mean, like we're at home, we can learn. We don't need to commute an hour to a school that's far away. We can just do this through online. I think a lot of schools also started like implementing the lessons they learned from COVID. Yeah. I think like with SunnyView, I think laptops were past COVID.
Yeah,
they came in like year 9.
They came when I joined the school. When I was in year 10.
Yeah, I also joined.
Yeah, that's when they added laptops.
That was like right after COVID. I think it was like
that was like 2 years after
Yeah.
school.
No, like I don't mean like, I mean like both COVID like as in date, but like also like taking in the lessons from COVID
into consideration.
and
Yeah.
using that to give us laptops. But also I believe like people's idea of like work as well changed, like not school work, but like just work, like remote learning, remote working became a concept that is, I think, quite used. I mean, not in all industries, like you can't really be a calling from home cashier. But things like IT jobs, I think.
My dad works from home now.
Yeah, my dad, my entire family works from home because they just work for Polish companies and they just like, well, we kind of moved, but we're like still working in the same places. So I mean, it made definitely moving here a bit easier. And I also think that, you know, we have kind of adopted this idea like of being more comfortable with like spending more time like using like computers and like our devices, quote unquote, for a majority part of the day, because I think like a lot of people got kind of desensitized to that like during COVID.
It definitely made people online a lot more.
Yeah.
And it got a lot of people using social media and playing video games and that sort of thing. So it definitely made more people use like Instagram and scroll TikTok as well. TikTok was big then.
Yeah,
like
I mean, like all the TikTok trends were like the what were they? I didn't have to. I wasn't following TikTok.
I didn't use TikTok.
I remember.
Wasn't it on like cinnamon powder? Wasn't that no more?
Yeah, no, but that was earlier. That was way earlier.
Was it?
COVID, yeah. That was like 2017, I think, 2016.
I don't know, but I know that. Like,
but I remember like there was like making your own masks, and there was like the. I think there was even a trend for making banana bread and all things like.
Oh yeah, I think there was.
Yeah, about like putting your bed in the closet. Oh. Yeah, like people were very bored.
Yeah,
people just like were trying to very much find something to do for yourselves.
Or found something to be outraged by.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, were there that many, like, dramas is a Polish term, but, like,
I mean,
were there that many?
Were there many?
From what I was aware, not really. There's not much drama.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories. That's
there was a lot of
we're going to talk about the conspiracy theories soon. I'm just leaving it for last, but to close up, you know, the quote-unquote, the COVID era, I would like to describe like your first, maybe not month, but like a week, half a week back from COVID, like the time where you were still wearing masks, but like it was the first time in a while that you were back in school. Like what were your feelings? What was, were you happy to see the people that you have in your school?
Well, for me, I went to a completely different school after.
I mean, you're
COVID.
cheating. You're cheating, man.
Same. I moved to Sunnyview.
Yeah.
I moved to a Spanish school, so like
school.
I had no idea what was going on. I couldn't put face to name, and I honestly enjoyed like the first couple months or like the first year back, because it was just like, for me at least, I'm a nerd. I'm nerdy like that, so like I enjoyed being back in the classroom.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, like, where like it was really chill timetable compared to like before. Not because of a different school, but just because of COVID. Like, they made it like each year group had to like enter the school 5 minutes apart from each other. So because I was in one of the later year groups, I had quite a late school entry time, and we all left at the same time. So I had less school than anyone else. It was great for me at least.
Yeah, when came, I don't know, the first week back felt kind of weird because you're thrown into water in new school, so you have to learn to, you know, make new friends. You just came back from lockdown, so you have to learn to socialize.
Yeah.
How to socialize with humans.
Yeah, I sound so much older than you. I'm like, I think 25 years older.
How old are you?
19 right now.
Don't
call me Unc. No, you're not gonna call me Unc. I'm not the Unc in my year. Saul is the Unc in my year. It's 1 month and 1 day older than me. But yeah, I came back. I was in the last, I came back literally for I think the 3 last months of primary school, or primary middle school, quote unquote. I wrote my exams, and then I went to Polish high school for I didn't even go there for a full year. I it started September like normal, and I left in like at the beginning of May because I just said, okay, I'm not gonna go to school. I don't care. I don't care very much because I knew I was leaving in June, so I just like I'm just gonna take a month off. I don't care. I just pulled my papers from there, and I was no longer a student, so I just like I'm gonna go home. So yeah, definitely that was fun. But I don't think I was like I had like many special feelings. Like I think like my brain kind of turned off for those 2 years, and like it switched back on after to like what I was before, mostly because I was still in contact with the same people through Discord and stuff. So like it wasn't that like, oh, we come back and like we're completely different people. Like we were pretty much the same as we were like 2 hours before we went to school because we were on Discord or something. Maybe like not 2 hours, but 2 days. And you know, the high school thing as well, like a lot of the people, like even though we were new, like again, like I think it was easier to have that, I think, a few months of like quote unquote resocialization at the beginning in my primary school, and then just go to high school. I hated my high school, but like it was still okay. It was still okay. But now, as you mentioned before, we get into the juicy bit, into conspiracy theories. So do you think COVID was a bioweapon developed by the Chinese People's Army in a bioweapons laboratory in Wuhan, which was then carried away either by accident or released purposefully?
No. There's nothing to benefit. Like I think they suffered a huge amount of death. So
I mean, it's China. Let's be honest. Like different population.
No. It was actually. I think it was a good part. A good amount.
No, it's like I think 2 million, 3 million, something like this.
1 million.
I don't think it was that really. Because why? What's the point?
I mean, like, well, the purpose of releasing it, or like it being developed in a bioweapons laboratory in Wuhan.
Why make that sort of thing?
As a bioweapon?
But aren't they not legal?
They are.
Then why would you want to make?
Because everybody else makes them.
Yes. Oh yeah, true.
I mean, the US has.
Didn't the USSR do a lot of it?
Like the US, Russia has I can't use that word, but a very, very large sum of chemical and biological items. But Wuhan was a bioweapons lab, though. Like it was developing SARS, the original. So because you know that SARS-CoV is like the second SARS virus. Yeah. The first one was I think 2004.
Yeah, we learned that in biology. Actually.
2004 was like the first SARS.
Yeah,
and it was like pretty much like there was like a pig thing. Just don't try to get affected. Go back to living your life. Like nobody.
2004, I don't think was that bad.
It was definitely easier. No, it was like it's like the flu, but like it's not that bad. So just like try to not catch it. But if you do catch it, it's okay.
It was just like a couple months, even less. Like
it wasn't classified as a pandemic, or
it was like just like a flu thingy. I forgot what it was called, but like a flu outshoot.
My dad's favorite one was Bill Gates, kind of not owned but had stake in one of the research companies.
Yeah,
and he also had stake in the pharma giants. Yeah, so it would make sense for him to release it so he can profit off.
Yeah, it would have been. So he wouldn't be the one releasing it now. Himself,
He's very creepy though. There's something uneasy about him.
Yeah, did you read the files?
I read the files.
Yeah.
There's
something
creepy about him. I don't know.
The idea, I think, mostly comes from, I don't say misinformation, but like at the beginning of it, there was like a lot of like, drink bleach to not get COVID.
Drink bleach.
Yeah, I remember.
There was a lot of like
drink bleach, or I don't know if you saw the movie. What was it called? Not Pandemic. It was like similar, like in premise to COVID. Like it was just a bad epidemic that started in China. It was like 2009, I think, released.
Yeah.
Do you recall?
No. I don't remember the name, but I remember seeing
it. It was very similar. I think it's creepy that movie like kind of predicted what COVID would act up. And even like with the people who like sell snake oil medicine. I remember like all the like selling like the essential oils to treat COVID
and like the crystals that'll make you immune.
The crystals. Also like people trying to profit off COVID, like doing content. Do you remember in Australia there was a guy who bought like I think a few tons of like medical supplies, like masks, gloves, and wanted to sell them like at an increased price, like when it all should have.
Markup.
Yeah,
Oh,
but then they caught him with his garage like full of it, and they made him like sell it for like £1.
There was a lot of pandemic profiteers. Like I heard in the UK government, there's a couple of people like who marked up the prices of certain necessary things.
I feel like they were just trying to make a profit. Let's be honest.
I mean, it's fine making a profit, but like if you were making let's say, 30% profit on everything you sell, I think there's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, there is.
There's a bit of a problem,
especially if it's essential for like literally everyone.
If it's essential. Like if someone's dying and they need an oxygen tank, you're like,
Oh yeah, with
300 quid.
With oxygen things. Yeah, I'm gonna throw you a curveball. With a lot of the discussion that was happening around COVID, the respirator thing was, I think, one of the
I remember
things that came out later, but was also heavily discussed. I know it's kind of a not in your expertise, Glatzo, but do you believe that maybe some of the deaths that did happen were not only in part due to like medical malpractice because people just didn't know what to do? Like it was just do whatever, throw shotgun stuff at it, and maybe something will fix
definitely.
But do you think like, the putting people on ventilators and putting people in mass quarantine areas like at stadiums and such, do you think that maybe has been slightly a rushed response? And do you think there could have been better actions performed?
There could have been better, but the thing is, when you're in a rush and you need something quickly, you don't have time. When time's not on your side, you kind of just have to go you know.
They did what they could, but what they could wasn't the best option. But they didn't know what else to do, so they
I
could
heard
have been done better.
They were turning off the respirators for some people. I think it's a conspiracy theory, but I heard in like one hospital they're turning them off so they have more space.
Yeah, no clue.
I mean, that sounds realistic.
Yeah.
They had a shortage. People were known to be, he's only alive because of the respirator. Let's just I'm gonna plug it out.
That sounds so bad though. Like,
I mean, but in the end, if you have someone who's already not really alive and you can save someone else's life, like, it's a hard decision.
It's a hard decision.
They are kind of paid to make that decision and to live with that later.
Yeah.
So I mean, definitely like with again the mass hospitals in Poland, like the National Stadium was converted into like a massive hospital, which wasn't really a hospital. It was just like 200 beds like lined up in like a warehouse area, and just like hospital. But definitely like, there were some mistakes, and I think we look at now like all the like disaster virus movies, or like, oh, there was this virus that wiped out 9%. Like, do you look at them differently now? Like, do you think, oh, maybe they're more realistic or maybe less realistic with how things turn out?
I look at them and I say, that shop should be empty, or like, there should be people who are just like pretending that it doesn't exist.
Why is there toilet paper? Inaccurate.
Yeah, just look at it like in hindsight, there's things that you would change, obviously.
Yeah.
But then they didn't know how people would react. They didn't know that the first thing that people would buy would be toilet paper of all things.
No, it was like a thing started. I think in Australia it started that like 97% of the domestic production of the production of toilet paper is not domestic, it's in China, and they're gonna shut down the port. So just run, get your toilet paper. It was
I think it'd be something like canned food or something. That makes sense.
Apparently, there was a surplus of toilet paper.
Yeah,
wasn't actually a shortage.
Yeah, because because toilet paper isn't really efficient to be transported, so pretty much everybody just makes their own. Yeah. So there isn't like a giant logistical chain of toilet paper getting sent out of China or something.
Yeah. And also, apparently they had like warehouses like supplied of toilet paper, so there's no chance of them running out.
Yeah. So I mean, like toilet paper is also like non-perishable. Like you just
exactly.
throw it somewhere not particularly moist, and just like it can stay there for like a few years. It won't disintegrate, hopefully. Maybe it's like the gray toilet paper, then maybe it's gonna fall apart. Maybe. Yeah. But another one, like, did you fall for any of the like I wouldn't say early misconceptions, but like early social media buzz things about COVID? Like, did you fall for any of them?
No, not really, because I wasn't on social media.
Yeah, same. I wasn't on social media.
In that case, do you know like anybody from like maybe not your personal life, but like your sphere of?
My dad was big into conspiracy theories. he was big into it. At some point, I started seeing him wear tinfoil hats. It's like, okay, chill, bro.
Yeah, no, not for my family. No, we were pretty just like, okay, they're saying to stay home, so we will stay home. I guess that's it. They're just saying because this is here, and they're telling us this, and like everyone else is saying that it's this. So like we're not gonna believe this one person who's saying, oh yeah, no, it was a ploy by the communists to spread climate change or something like that.
Yeah. The thing is, nobody knew. Like, it was so unpredictable, and it just came out of nowhere. I don't think anyone had time. And plus, the government didn't give us proper information.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, at the beginning, definitely, like, there was
They didn't give us proper information.
Because nobody knew what was going on. Like, it was just like...
Confusion.
Oh, yeah, it's probably like a flu. So, like, give them the stuff we would give people for the flu. Like, warning-wise.
Yeah.
Okay, people are still getting sick. Okay,
and then it evolved, I think.
Just stay at home. Don't leave, please. We're just
Didn't the virus not evolve? Like,
yeah, no, it evolved
multiple times.
They do that sometimes.
Yeah. They do that.
Especially when they're engineered by the evil.
Bill Gates.
But if, as a final thing, you know, because we're
Don't knock
kind
me out
of
my
short on time now.
Yeah.
If you had a time machine, call it so, and you had three options pretty much. Either give a message to yourself, to like the self that was in 2019, and just like say anything you want, just other than like, oh, invest in Bitcoin or something. I don't know, invest in NFTs or something before the bubble pops.
Yeah.
What message would you give? Or would you maybe want to go back yourself, like to your own body back in 2019 and just relive it all? Or would you just like leave it be?
Well, I'd just say like, before the pandemic, get a better computer.
I would say, I actually won't mind going back to 2019 and living all back to 2016, 2026.
I mean, if I had the same memories as now, like just the same interest as now, I'm interested in the same things, but now in the past, I would love it.
Yeah, 2020 to 2024 was like the peak.
Yeah.
It was really, really fun those years.
It is kind of grotesque that we're like wishing for it to come back.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
a few 100,000 people probably died.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just
like,
saying get a better computer.
Let's get together.
yeah.
We gotta tell our grandchildren. I survived the pandemic.
Yeah, are you gonna tell your kids any stories about the pandemic? Like,
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, it's like the number one thing that everyone's gonna be telling
son,
them.
go to school. I was going when there was like a pandemic in
We weren't allowed to go.
I survived a pandemic. You can eat your broccolis.
Back in my day, we need to wear a mask, son.
I'm definitely using the back of my day.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy.
I feel
being
like
able
that. Every time I talk to young people, I feel old.
Like, yeah, like because there's some people who haven't. Like, there's gonna be a group of people who we're gonna be talking to and having actual conversations, who did not live through that.
You know that there's like sentient people now.
Yeah,
like,
I know, but like you can't have a proper conversation with what, like a 7-year-old.
7-year-old.
I mean,
Like, remember COVID?
Like they
I
would,
was
no,
3.
they would remember it because they're alive, but like
They wouldn't remember it though. They were like too young to.
People born like late 2021. At some point, we're gonna be talking to them. They're not gonna know what happened.
Yeah, they're not gonna know
They're
what
like,
happened.
oh yeah, I know. Like my parents did that, but then it passed, and then I was born.
I mean, like for people born a bit earlier as well.
Yeah.
Who like became sentient and like the century where you have like actual memories.
Yeah.
During COVID, so like that's their entire life. That's what they
Imagine
do.
like that's where your memories start. COVID.
Yeah. You're just at home and you're like sitting in your like chair at the table eating dinner and it's like suddenly becomes sentient. Oh god, I've been here for 4 months. So any closing remarks, guys, before we sign off for today?
Please don't let there be another pandemic.
Please. Oh my god.
It was
I
fun.
will cry.
It was fun like before, but I don't think we need.
No, it
another
wasn't
one.
even fun before, but it was depressing before.
It was alright.
It was not fun.
For me, it was fun, but like not another one, please.
No, please don't play with viruses.
So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in today for the Sunny View podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,